Hi everyone, I'm Jezra, and today I'm going to discuss programming ideas for your library which can offer services to high-achieving but low-income high school students. And first I'll give you a little bit of background about the unique situation some of these students are in, and then I will discuss a few ideas and give you some leads so that if you're interested in designing this kind of a service to offer in your library, you have a place to start. So let's get to know our target population. We're looking at students with remarkable academic performance but low socioeconomic means, and we see representation of all ethnicities in this group. Now, of these students, there are some who apply to very selective institutions, and we call them achievement typical, and their habits mimic those of their higher income academic peers. Then there's this other group that we call income typical, and they only apply to non-selective colleges even though academically they are very, very high achievers. So remember that phrase, income typical. They're the high achieving, low income students who only apply to non-selective colleges. These two graphs represent the application habits of different categories of students. On the left we have low income, high achieving, and on the right we have high income, high achieving. On the y-axis is number of students applying to these colleges, and on the x-axis we have a measure of how selective a college is. So you can see that high-income, high-achieving students are applying to many selective colleges and not very many non-selective colleges. However, low-income, high-achieving students apply mostly to non-selective colleges, and very few of them apply to selective colleges. This graph shows the population density of high-achieving 17-year-olds by county, and we can see there are areas where they're very concentrated and areas where they are few and far between. Only 30% of the income typical students that we are interested in live in urban areas. The other 70% live in the lighter colored areas of this graph. In contrast, 70% of the achievement typical students come from only 15 metropolitan areas of the United States. So 15 cities hold 70% of the students who are high achieving, low income, but applying to selective colleges. The income typical students are mostly in low population density areas. The income typical high achievers that we're interested in have limited exposure to adults with selective college experience because their family background lacks it, and their teachers and counselors often lack this experience, and they are out of the geographic recruitment pool for selective colleges who tend to recruit from nearby areas as opposed to, far away. So these students lack the family resources for college prep and application costs. They don't receive advice from qualified adults, and they are out of the view of most selective colleges. So they really need some intervention. I'm running short on time, so I'll be brief. Test prep, check out Khan Academy. They offer free test prep resources, and their product was very highly rated by the current president and CEO of the College Board. Remind students that selective institutions want them and can also offer them better financial aid packages than non-selective institutions, which could reduce their overall out-of-pocket expense. And inform parents and involve them in the process, make contact with the school to coordinate programming, and recruit volunteers from the community, because it's likely that somewhere within your community there is a person with selective collegiate experience who could be of service to these students.